My name is Emerson Mills. I've been in Finland for 8 days, and every day has been delightful so far. I'm a senior product developer, which a lot of people will find is a kind of unique title, but I think it's a nice view into the holistic impact that you can have as a software developer on the product itself. So I'm specifically working on a IoT product here at Wartsila. It enables the connectivity and the monitoring and essentially the automation of the services that we provide to our customers, but it puts you in this central position. And as a product developer, you get that full view of the impact of every line of code that you write. I have a pretty long history in software development. I started in the late 90s as a Unix system administrator. Slowly that progressed into a career of software, and 25 years later, here I am, sitting in this lovely room. And I've never worked in maritime before. So this is a learning experience based off of something that I am passionate about. I love cars. I love elegant engineering and machine work. Like looking at a finely crafted connection rod from an engine makes me happy. You can feel that just from the long legacy of shipbuilding and power plants here. There's a lot of attention to respecting the craftsmanship of engineering, which I feel is pretty unique. And so now we take that baseline and we layer software on top of it. You have the appreciation of craftsmanship with a new tool chain. And I love the fact that there's intentional craftsmanship going into it. So I have a little bit of history with Finland. In 2012, I came here for the first time to do some project work at a friend's company. Funny story, I finished that week of work here in Helsinki. They offered me a job and I didn't take it. And I regretted that for years and years and years and years. And so recently I had been working for some California-based companies and just looking for a change, not necessarily a change in developing software, but a change in lifestyle, a change in quality of life, and a change in the type of relationships that I have at work. Because we spend, 70% of our waking hours with the people you work with. It should be a comfortable environment. It should be a place where you feel at home. I took some time off and I was talking to my wife and I was like, where should we go? And I was thinking about traveling in the US. And then she said, why don't we go to Finland? Like, yes, let's go to Finland. So came here and I still have friends in the area and I have some friends in Europe, and they encouraged me to sit down and come to Wartsila and say hello. And one thing led to another. And I was actually impressed with the first 5 minutes I came in. Everybody was nice. It was pretty. And then I started asking hard questions about the actual work that was happening, and I got very legitimate, honest, high-quality answers about the challenges that we're facing right now, because now I'm part of Wartsila. And, honest opinions about how I could contribute, and then it was just almost a foregone conclusion to say, yeah, let's do this. Let's move to Finland. If you look at traditional Western business career paths, typically you get to a point of seniority where your only way to increase your scope of influence is to move into management. And it's really unfortunate because that is an entire shift in skill set. So all of those skills that you've built through your 1, 2, 3 decades of your career immediately become skills that you shouldn't be using. Sure, I can manage people. Sure, I can be a project manager. Does it make me happy? No. I like to write software. I chose this industry on purpose. Having that option to stay technical throughout your entire career, not at one company specifically maybe, but to be in software until I retire is something that I want, and it's very difficult to find. And I was really happy in my first half-hour discussion when I came to visit Wartsila the first time. It's like, yes, you can stay technical. You can be an engineer for as long as you want. And if you want to change, we can help you change, but we don't force you to change. So it's like, yes, thank you. That is what I needed to hear.